Hi, welcome to my channel. This is CurlyGirlAngelaG, and today we are going to do a video that I was inspired to do by my best friend Kyra at Journey in Beauty, as well as Sarah Rose, and I'll have both of their channels linked down below for you. This is Plan to Pan, so this is 24 makeup items that I would like to get used up in 2024. I'm not doing like a technical project pan where I do pictures and measurements and all that stuff. These are just products that I would like to organically use up by the end of the year. Some of them are getting older, some of them are just things that I don't reach for that often, and so I'd just like to get them out of my collection. But I'm going to go ahead and share those with you. I will have them all listed below for you, and check out the description box for any other information. And you can see this look created over on TikTok. It was my Valentine's neutral eye red lip look that I created over there. And you can click on my link tree to go to TikTok or Instagram or to my Binnable storefront. So let's go ahead, grab some coffee, and let's get into it. All right, so the first product is one that I like well enough. It's just not my very favorite. I feel like it's very finicky, and it's the e.l.f. Skin Suntouchable Woa Glow SPF 30. This is a sun protection plus makeup primer, and it is supposed to be a dupe for the Supergoop one. I don't love this one. I feel like that it is a little too like Tin Man metallic-y on my skin. I find it works best if I mix it with my moisturizer, but then I still have to use a lot in order not to have the Tin Man, you know, look going on. So I would just like to get that used up and out of my collection, plus SPF doesn't stay good for that long. This one is a Supergoop product. This is the Supergoop Superscreen Hydrating Daily Cream SPF 40, and I like this just fine. I just have other moisturizers I like better and other SPFs I like better. So this is pretty new. I haven't had it for very long. It was sent in PR from Skeepers and Supergoop, but I do like it, and so I do want to get it used up. Next is a primer. So this used to be a holy grail primer for me, but some other ones have taken its place. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I do already have pan in this, and I have finished a couple of these in the past, but I like the new liquid version of this better, so I am going to get this one used up and not repurchase it. I definitely want the liquid one instead. Then another primer. This is the STRIVECTIN Anti-Wrinkle LineblurFector Instant Wrinkle Blurring Primer. And this has skincare in it, which is why I want to get it used up. Again, this one was a PR product from Skeepers and STRIVECTIN. I really like this one just fine. It's just really expensive, and so I know it's not one I would repurchase because there's other smoothing primers out there. I have been using this almost exclusively for a few weeks now, and I really love it, especially under my MISSHA BB cream, but because it has skincare in it, I want to get it used up. Speaking of MISSHA BB cream, this one is kind of a gimme product, honestly. When I started planning this, I hadn't used this quite this much, but it's the MISSHA Perfect Cover BB Cream SPF 42 in the shade number 23, Natural Beige. As you can see, there is very little of this left. This is one I will be repurchasing, but because this has SPF in it, and it's getting close to expiration, I want to get this one finished, and then I will purchase a new one. But this one will be a gimme product, but I still thought I should include it. Then we have the HEIMISH BB Moringa Ceramide Tinted Moisturizer Makeup Plus Sunscreen SPF 30. This was also sent in PR from HEIMISH, and I like this just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my absolute favorite, and I don't think that it's one I would go out of my way to purchase again. So, and since it has sunscreen and stuff in it, I thought I would get it used up. Then we have my oldest concealer. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade G2. This was my friend Kyra at Journey in Beauty's first. It's almost got pan in there, but since this is older, I do want to get it used up because it is pretty old. Still smells fine, still works fine, and I just want to finish it up. Then we have another concealer. This is the KOSAS Revealer Concealer, and I have the shade 1.5C, and this one has some windows in it. The reason I want to work on this one is because I keep hearing people talk about how quickly these go bad, and so I've been using this almost exclusively for a couple of months now, and I want to keep working on it and get it used up. Then we have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I have the shade Light Pink. And I don't have a whole lot of this left. I love this, but this is the old packaging, so I know I've had this for a long time. And I have found another loose powder from Huda Beauty that I prefer. So I am going to work on getting this used up. But if you want a drugstore loose powder that is absolutely stunning, you should definitely check this one out. Then this one I was working on project panning several times over the last couple years. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light. I do have some of this on today. There's not a lot of this left, but I just want to get it finished up, and so that one is also in there. This is one of the oldest products in my collection, but a well-loved product. I do really like this, but it is super old. So this is the Wander Beauty Trip for Two Blush and Bronzer Duo, and the bronzer is Costa, and the blush is Bellini. And I just want to get that one finished up this year. I don't think that'll be too hard because, like I said, I really do like this. I've just had so many new products over the last couple years that I haven't been reaching for this as much. And I used it the other day and really enjoyed it. So I'm going to work on panning that. Then another favorite, this is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in the shade Light. It already has pan in it. It's one of my favorite cream bronzers, but I have been reaching for my e.l.f. Putty bronzer a lot more often, which also has pan, by the way. So I might roll that in at some point. I don't know, but I just want to get this used up because creams don't last forever. So I'm really happy that 3 of my cream bronzers have pan in them currently. So let me know if you guys want to see a video about that. But anyway, I want to get that one used up. I don't think that'll be hard to do. This one I've also worked on project panning before. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion in Light Glow, and there is not a lot of this left. I love this, but I prefer the medium shade that I have, and because I use it in a different way. But this one is really pretty mixed into blushes. So since there's not much of it left and it is pretty old in my collection, I'm going to work on using that up. And then this one is the In Beauty Project Face Glaze Highlighting Gel Cream. And the only reason I'm going to work on this one is because I got this one from Kyra, but this thing broke on me recently. So I don't want this to dry out and get gross. So I'm going to work on trying to finish that one up. I have used this a couple times and it is beautiful. You can do a lot of different things with it, where it as skincare mixed into foundation, over foundation, under foundation, however you want to use it, as a highlighter, and it's beautiful. Then we have a very old blush. I've had this one for absolute ever. This is the L'Oreal Longwear Shaping Stick in the shade Sexy Flush. I don't know if this is even available anymore. There's quite a bit left in there, but this is a really pretty shade. So I really want to get that used up, and so it is in here too. Then I've worked on project panning this one before. It's a little tiny sample of the Rare Beauty liquid blush, and you can see that there's little windows in there, but this is in the shade Grace. It's a pretty bright pink, but it's so pretty, and so I want to work on getting that used up just because it's such a tiny little sample, and I've had it for quite a while. Then we have some lip products. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Crystal. As you can see, this is going to be a gimme product, but I love this gloss, but it is one of my oldest glosses, and I would repurchase this one because I love it so much, but I can tell it's starting to get thicker. So it is older, so I just want to finish it up. This one's not terribly old. This is the Merit Beauty Shade Slick Jelly Tinted Lip Oil in the shade Mapleton. This was sent to me from Merit Beauty in PR, and it's really pretty. It's kind of a pinky one. I have another one that's very similar to this. In fact, I have it on today. Actually, it's sitting right here in the shade Sangria that's darker. And I tend to reach for this one more. That's the dark one. That's the one I'm panning. So I just don't feel like I need 2 that are the same. And Merit is a cleaner brand, so I want to go ahead and get that one used up. And I think that'll be pretty easy to do. Then another one I've worked on panning, and this is an older one in my collection. It's the Rimmel London Stay Glossy in Blushing Belgraves. This is a really pretty pink shimmery lip gloss. Goes well with a lot of different things, and I think that one will be easy to use up. Probably my most ambitious product is one that is frustrating me. This is the e.l.f. I Love You Latte Bite Size Palette, and the deepest brown shade is broken and it keeps breaking off more. In fact, I'm gonna dump that in the trash. But I would just like to get this used up because this is one I reach for a ton, but when products start breaking, they drive me crazy and I'm too lazy to repress it. So as much as I use this, I think it would be pretty easy to use up in a year if I really focus on it. And then my last 4 products are all from the same brand, and they are all eyeliners. These are the Believe Beauty Long Lasting Eyeliners. I have the shade Mystic, which is a really pretty, like, neutrally kind of cool tone browny gray. Then we have Olivia, which is a really pretty army green. Queen Mauve, which is like a light mauve, and Slate, which is a gray. And I am going to try to use all these up because they're some of my older ones. And while I do like these, they're a little harder for people to get, so I can't link them, but you can find Believe Beauty at Dollar General stores. So that is 24 items that I will be working on using up this year. So I probably won't do check-ins and stuff. I don't know. I may do like a midpoint check-in and then of course a finale at the end of the year to let you know how it's going, but you can always see what I am using up if you watch my empties. I will have an empties video coming soon, and there will be a playlist, so I will always review these empties in my regular empties videos. So but if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out so much, lets me know you enjoy these kind of videos. And I can't swear I won't do project pans this year, but at this point I don't have a plan to, but stay tuned because you never know when I might. So go ahead and hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I just started this channel, so I'm trying to grow it, of course. Check out some of the videos that are already up. And don't forget to follow me on my other social medias, like I said, TikTok and Instagram. They are linked for you. And let me know if you're project panning this year and what product are you the most excited to see if I can use up this year. Again, those will all be listed for you down in the description. And have a good day. Bye.